This conference will now be recorded.
Hi all, good morning. So before I start the demo, let me introduce myself. First, I'll introduce my experience. So I started my career with Abap. Then I moved to SAP UI5, Fiori, Abap ODATA, Fiori Elements, Abap CDs, use S4 HANA in app and side-by-side extensions. I worked on various implementation projects on S4 HANA. Then I moved to BTP. I worked on various services in BTP like mobility services, CPA services. I worked on CAPM, Node.js. I worked on various services, other services, lot of like IoT services. I worked on. I worked on blockchain services and worked on PDMS services. I worked on SAP low code, no code services. Lot of services I worked and I have implemented a lot of services also in the BTP and currently working. So that is my experience. And coming to the training from past more than 8.5 years, almost 9 years, I'm giving training on various topics like SAP UFI, Fiori, BTP, ABAP, ABAP on cloud, RAP, and CAPM, Node.js. Okay, so SAP UFI, Fiori, various I'm giving training. So now coming back to the today's demo. Okay, agenda. So what are the topics today which I'll be covering that I'll be discussing? So there is the SAP evolution from the starting date to till date. Okay, what are the evolutions that happen in SAP? Right, that I'm going to cover. ABAP on cloud. So now everyone are talking about ABAP on cloud. Right, ABAP is on cloud. So how we can use that I'm going to discuss. BTP, absolutely everyone is talking about. We'll move to BTP. We'll do some developments in BTP instead of on premises. Let's move to BTP. All the clients are talking about BTP. But what is BTP? That we are going to discuss. And RAP, of course, absolutely RAP. What is RAP? Abap Restfull Application Programming Model. What is that? We'll be discussing. S4 HANA in-app and side-by-side extensions, especially in the Abap mode. Definitely, we require to know what is S4 HANA in-app and side-by-side extensions. An evolution of the Abap. What evolutions has come in an Abap that we are going to discuss. Of course, finally SAP Fiori, and we will develop one small RAP application in BTP. So that is what which is the total topics agenda which I am going to cover. Okay. Next, first. So SAP evolutions. Okay. So everyone knows that the journey which SAP started with the classical programming model. Yes or no? Right? So, but the time passed, the business trends started changing, and the market began to evolve with the cloud and mobile applications significantly in the digital infrastructure. Obviously, when the starting from the classical days to till day, lot of evolution has come, and business also evolved with the cloud and mobile applications. Okay, so now but now when the best recognized practice for the programming in ABAP was ABAP programming model on Fiori. Okay, so even before coming back to the ABAP programming model on Fiori, okay, we used to have normal Fiori using SCP But after introduction of the ABAP programming model on Fiori, we can develop applications using the ABAP program model. Then, it is going to continue future programming model. It is already called as RAP. That is called the Abap Restful Application Programming Model. Is the latest one in the Abap methodology to develop the Fiori applications. Clear? So before RAP, we used to have Abap programming model on Fiori. Now it is currently everything is RAP. Clear? From SAP Traveler point of view, many tools are added, several techniques were developed, new concepts emerged in the context of interfaces, integrations, and infrastructures in SAP. Yes, from the starting date to till date, many tools have come. Several techniques was developed. New concepts emerged in the context of the interfaces, infrastructures, and everything. So what I am planning to show you this diagram is that, okay, this pictorial view which I'm showing, okay, it's not like that which technique has come first and which technique has come second. No, I'm not going to talk about. I'm going to talk about what are the various techniques has been introduced in from the classical to till date. I'm going to talk. Clear? So now RAP is the latest technology in Abap methodology. And before RAP, we used to have Abap programming model on Fiori. And total evolution. So these are the various interfaces and these are the various techniques that have been introduced from the starting date to I'm not from the classical to the till date, which is related to the interfaces and integrations. Okay. So now coming back to the first one, which I'm talking about is file exchange. Right. So using the file exchange, okay, it is the oldest tool which we use to transfer, okay, data from, okay, one party to from the SAP to the third party. Yes or no? So what is the oldest technology to provide the data to the third party system from SAP? Correct, right? So using FTP and SFTP, we used to transfer the data from our SAP system to the third party. So without any complex coding and configurations, using FTP and SFTP, okay, using FTP and SFTP, the file can be transferred from SAP to any third-party system, right? So now after that, PA has come into the picture, which is a middleware. With the arrival of the PA, the extracted file from the SAP is sent first to PI, where mappings, conversations has been done here. Okay, but what is exactly third party is asking? The mapping, conversations, encryptions, anything, conversion files, anything, everything will be done in this NIT PI. Then used to transfer the file from the PI to the third party. The conversation happens based on the requirements posted by the third party system. And it is possible to send the file in the desired format like JSON or XML, etc. So we used to first we used to send directly the file from our SAP system to the third party. Afterwards, we got a middleware, and the middleware will do mappings, encryptions, and convert the file which what exactly the business partner is looking. Then the PA used to. So this is the technique which we used to follow to today also. Most of the clients still using the PA systems and transferring the data. Okay. So now what is the advantage of using this PI is as a middleware for a data transfer is that whatever the format or what type of data file requested by the business partner is possible to fulfill, which is not so flexible in our ERP system to do it. So that is the reason we used to have a PI system. Clear? We all are following this one only. Correct, right?
Yeah.
The next is called RFC, right? RFC, yeah, please mute. Another approach under the classical model is a remote functional model. Oh, can you mute yourself? You don't have any question. Yes, so bro, some lot of background noise is coming. Please mute yourself. Yeah, thanks. Okay, so second is the RFC. Okay, another approach under the classical model is a remote function call. RFC interface is a user to set up a communication between SAP and non-SAP, also between SAP systems, non-SAP between SAP to non-SAP, also between two SAP systems also. So it runs on the concept of the client and server. What will happen? The client seeks a function to perform and makes a call to a RFC server. The function is executed at the remote system on the server side and it can be synchronous. See, generally in the previously, so for example, let us assume that there is a Java system which they want to try to get the data from our SAP system. So what we used to do, right? We used to develop a remote function model, and Java team used to install some RFC plugins, and they used to connect our SAP system using this RFC, and this used to work like a client and server. Okay, and also it is used to all have we used to create BAPIs and everything. That is how it come into the picture. So we can create a SM59 RFC connection, okay, to SAP systems, or we can also do it with SAP to non-SAP systems also. We can call RFCs. Clear? Any questions using this RFC? This is a technique. Yes, still most of the clients are still using this technique. Okay, next is the IDOC. Of course, everyone knows about IDOC, those who have worked on Abap. So it is an intermediate document. Okay, it is an intermediate document. Okay, and also it is a old but proven technique to communicate between SAP to SAP as well as SAP to non-SAP systems. So IDOC interface, provides a file format for exchanging the data between systems. Of course, using the file format, we are exchanging the data. The format of the data file consists of structures, fields, positions, length, data segments, okay, headers, okay, status of the records. Everything is through IDOC. Correct, no? The communication via IDOC interface is based on the framework provided by the SAP called ALE, that is called the Application Linking Enable. Okay, so using this one, we used to transfer our data to the outside world. Okay, so with the help of the EDI, we used to transfer the data to the non-SAP systems. And also here also using IDOC also, we can introduce the middleware. So it will become more easy and flexible to handle the communication between in-house SAP systems as well as customers and suppliers outside the company. Okay, so now why we require middleware? See, let us assume that non-SAP systems are capable of sending messages on SOAP protocol to the middleware PI, which then converts format into IDOC file and sends to SAP. See, third-party system, they have send the data in some other format. So what the middleware will do, right? Middleware will get the data in the SOAP format and convert the data into our IDOC file and sends to the SAP. And SAP sends the IDOC file back to the PI and PI returns the response in the IDOC file. Okay, so this sending message SAP termed as outbound IDOC and receiving we known as inbound IDOC. Okay, unlike RFCs, IDOC's interfaces are also asynchronous. Right, so using this IDOC format, we used to send the data from SAP to non-SAP or non-SAP to SAP systems. Right, so this is one of the technique which is still a lot of the clients are still using this one. Next is SOAP. Yes, SOAP is also very popular technique which still today, even in the cloud, SOAP is also available. Okay, SOAP stands for the Simple Object Access Protocol. So with SAP NetWeaver 7.0 and okay version installing in your SAP system, okay, so you can introduce a new technology called web services. Okay, why we use for communicating and exchanging the data between SAP and SAP and as well as SAP non-SAP systems. So we can say that SOAP is a messaging protocol that is supported by the version 7.0 NetWeaver. And also it is internet based technology because it uses HTTP protocol to transfer the data from one SAP to non-SAP systems. And it will be in the form of WSDL, stands for Web Services Description Language. The exchange of the communication using SAP is via XML based format. Okay, so you can transfer the data from SAP to non-SAP system using the SOAP protocol. So all the asynchronous heavy load data which you want to transfer, we always go with SOAP services. Clear? Any questions until now?
No.
Okay. The next is the main called S4HANA. Right? It is the fourth version of the ERP business suite provided by SAP, which is based on memory. What memory? Hana in memory database. It is evolution happened both in technology and the concept of SAP, and it is released in the 2015. Over the period, it is proven that no matter how complex the business requirements are there, how large the data is, SAP S4HANA is capable to deal in every problem. And also it is available in the cloud on premises. And also it is in hybrid development models. You can do it. Okay, so now we're coming back to the very important point. When we have S4HANA, we call it as code push-down approach. Can anyone tell me what is code push-down approach? Anyone please tell me what is code push-down approach in S4HANA? which means all the complicated data computations happened in the database layer instead of the application layer. That is called the code push down approach. See, in the olden approach, in ECC system, where we used to write the code, all the logic calculations, everything, where? Anyone tell me?
Application server.
Correct. Whereas in S4 HANA, we can write on the
DB.
DB, top of the database. Okay, so that the performance will be very, very good. And you will not seeing any dumps. So this is means as much as possible, if you put all your complex or arithmetic calculations, okay, everything in the top of the database, so that the performance will not be coming at all because it is running on the top of the base. So this is, we call it as code push down approach. Is it clear? So now this is what the S4 HANA has come up, and the CDS use has come into the picture. It is an enhancement of SQL standard in Abap layer. It has evolved from Abap CDS views. Okay, this is where we use the code push down approach in the Abap CDS views, where this Abap CDS views were running on the top of the database, not on the application server. Okay, then in S4 HANA we have seen AMDP, we have seen stable functions, we have seen OAE. A lot of things has come in the S4 HANA. Clear? Any questions? Next, moving to the OData. Okay, yes, absolutely. OData is an open data protocol. Okay, so as mentioned in the starting, I was talking about the RAP, Abap Restfull Application Programming Model. Is in the context, OData is going to play an imperative role for the RAP methodology when we are developing RAP applications, because OData facilitates the best practices for building and consuming RESTful APIs. So coming to the concept, OData is open that can be consumed by any application programming model, any software, any device. See, let us assume we spoke about RFC, right? I said that Java program can consume our RFC function model. So now what RFC has to, sorry, the Java program has to do, he has to install RFC plugins, he has to install RFC software and everything. But when you expose your data, okay, as a OData, okay, then automatically any technology, whether Java, .NET, AngularJS, React, anyone can call this OData without anything installed. Because that OData protocol is a protocol, it is open protocol. So that is the reason RAP is using this OData protocol to expose it to data. So OData is open. It can be consumed by any application, any program, any software, or any device. Even if you open in the browser, it will open. Even when you put the URL in the Excel sheet, it will open it. So RAP or Abap programming model is using the OData methodology to expose the data. Clear? Now understood what is OData? Any questions? OData is a third party developers and microsystems. Any questions, guys? Questions? Now coming back to the CDS use and BOP. CDS use absolutely core data services, which means in the application layer, CDS is defined to extract the data from the database layer to present to the application. So the functionality is similar to the SQL statements, but the data provided is semantically rich and it contains readable annotations. Okay, so we can, using CDS views, we can apply joins, we can apply compositions, we can apply associations, we can do what you want to do. Like, but Abap dictionary can only just connect two tables, that's all. But CDS you can do associations, joins, inner joins, outer joins, lot compositions, lot else you can do it, and it will be running on the top of the database. And we develop CDS views in the Eclipse only, the Abap development tool. Is it clear? So automatically generates a runtime in order. See, it is very, very advanced because all the developments In S4HANA or in the BTP, when you're talking about RAP, everything will be in CDS views only. Any questions? No questions. And the next is finally called RAP. Anyone knows what is RAP?
RESTful application programming.
Okay.
RESTful application programming model.
Okay, but what is it? What is RAP? What is RAP? Not abbreviation. What is RAP? Okay. So,
It's a
yeah, please go
framework.
ahead.
It's a
Correct.
framework.
Correct. It is a framework.
It,
Okay.
and we need to develop the business object on top of business implementations.
Okay. Okay, fine. So Abap Restfull application programming model is nothing but is a concept of web APIs and will be adopted in parallel to ODATA and Fiori because it is an open source framework. What is that RAP? It is an open source framework for writing HTTP APIs, okay, like SOAP or REST
So I
or
think
using.
here we have this OData and Fiori, right? So that is kind of a replacement with the RAP.
Yes, absolutely, absolutely. No doubt. It is a replacement. See, Abap OData we used to develop in the SCGW. Okay. It is another framework where we are used to go to SCGW and develop it. RAP is another framework to develop the OData. Okay.
Yeah.
So using this framework, we are writing HTTP APIs, we are building SOAP services, we are building RESTful APIs, we are using HTTP protocol. Okay, we can consume directly into the any any technologies, Java, .NET, etc. So web APIs can be built, OData can be consumed by the web APIs. So that is called the RAP.
But why SAP came up with the RAP? We already have this, right? The OData with
That's all,
Fiori.
which is coming with the best framework, best methodologies, so that the developer can develop efficient way to develop the enterprise grade applications. It is bringing in the best concepts, best frameworks, best languages, so that the developer can develop the application efficient way. Is it clear?
Even to replace the OData SCG project.
That will all get deprecated slowly. SCGW, everything. In the cloud, you will not see SCGW, right?
Right.
Correct, no? Okay. Yeah. Any more questions until now?
So RAP mostly works on a cloud basis only, not non-cloud basis. You mean to say
No,
OData
no, no,
part?
no. No. I have not said that. I said that SCGW will not be in the cloud. I said RAP is
Okay.
available in on-premises as well as in the cloud, both.
Okay.
Now coming back to the evolution of the ABAP. Yes, we discussed about SAP evolution until now. Now we will discuss about the evolution of the ABAP. Okay. So before right now, okay. So we used to have a business suite ECC system, and we used to install SAP NetWeaver Gateway. We used to have Oracle DB. Okay. Now we are upgrading it to the. Yeah, a lot of sound is coming. Srinivas, can you mute yourself if you don't? Okay, so when we have moved from your ECC system to the advanced versions, you can ECC can be you can move to the S4 HANA on-premises system, or you can move from ECCs to the S4 HANA cloud, public cloud or private cloud. Okay, whatever the ABAP layer which is there in your ECC system still will be the ABAP layer. Okay, and instead of the Oracle DB, you will be having HANA DB. So this is the evolution of the ABAP has come into the picture, this part. Now, whatever the ABAP layer which I have talked about, okay, is nothing but your wrap. All the new advanced technologies, everything you will bring the wrap. Okay, so where in Abap layer is also available in the cloud as an Abap on cloud. Okay, so if you want to go from ECC system to S/4HANA,
Bobby, I'm not sure,
maybe
but your voice is breaking. Is it from your
my
other side?
my voice is breaking to everyone.
Yes, your voice is breaking.
Yeah, breaking.
Okay, okay, 1 second. How about now?
All
Still the
looks
same?
good.
Still breaking.
Still the same?
Go on, go on.
Okay, so how about now? Still it's same or it is still you're
Breaking.
missing? Sorry,
Still breaking.
still it is same, huh? Okay,
Now it is better, I think.
now it is
Now
better.
it's okay. Yeah. Yeah, now it's
Okay,
okay.
thanks. Okay, fine. So
Thanks.
fine, no problem. Okay, so now what I'm planning to tell you, right? When you're ECC system, when you're an ECC system, you want to go to S/4HANA, you need to upgrade to the, if you want to work on wrap applications, you have to have S/4HANA 1909 greater than or equal to 1901 system. If that is the case, you can develop working on wrap applications. Okay. Now, if you are in ECC system and you want to go to cloud or public cloud, private cloud, yes, you can go S/4HANA cloud greater than or equal to 1908 onwards. It is wrap is available. Now, if you want to use, no, I don't want to go to S/4HANA public cloud or private cloud. I want to use an Abap service in BTP, that is called Abap on cloud. Yes, that is also available where we can develop wrap applications. And that will connect to the HANA DB. So this, all the evolutions or innovations or everything is happening in the Abap layer, Abap Restfull application programming model. Is it clear? Any questions? No questions. Next, evaluation of the Abap programming model. Okay, so if your SAP system is less than or equal to 7.5, you can only do SCGW or you can do classical programming model. That's all. If your SAP system is little bit greater than or equal to 7.5, yes, as I said, Abap programming model on Fiori. We used to do SCGW and ODATA publish in CDS views. CDS views used to develop, we can develop in CDS based BOPF, we can develop. But if you are in Abap on cloud or S/4HANA greater than or equal to 1909, okay, or a public cloud or private cloud, you can develop Abap programming model on Fiori is deprecated. Everything is wrap. SCGW at the rate OData publish is deprecated. Everything is business service. CDS use, yes, CDS use is there to till date. It will not get deprecated forever. And BOPF, which was there in earlier, that is getting deprecated, and that we call it as in wrap behavior definition implementations. So finally, Abap RESTful application programming model is the future of the Abap developments. Any questions here? No. Okay. So now finally, what is RAP? So Abap RESTful application programming model is nothing but it consists of best concepts, best tools, best frameworks, best languages, best practices for the efficient way to develop the enterprise grade applications. Okay, so what we can develop using RAP? We can develop SAP Fiori UI services. We can develop web APIs. And what type of programming model we can do? We can do greenfield developments and we can do brownfield developments. Where it is available in on-premises as well as it is in the cloud. Now, before, as I said, that Abap is available in the cloud, which means it is available in BTP. Can anyone tell me what is BTP? Anyone tell me what is BTP? Anyone knows what is BTP? So SAP BTP offers variety of runtime like Java, Node.js, Hana. Now it is Abap. SAP BTP supports necessary runtime. For example, if you want to write the code related to the C notepad, we cannot run. We require a C compiler. If you want to run a Java program, we have to install Java runtime, so-called JRE. Similarly, if you want to run a Abap program, you require a Abap layer which can understand your code, compile your code, check for syntax errors, it executes your code. That runtime environment is part of BTP. So this is we call as service as platform as service. Understood what is BTP? Any questions? Is it clear? What is BTP? Anyone have any questions?
So we have to install that service, BTP service for app.
So B2B is only like for cloud, right?
Yes. And ABAP is one of the service in BTP to develop ABAP applications. That is called ABAP on cloud. See, BTP is a ocean. BTP is not for ABAP. You can develop a Java program, you can develop a Node.js, AngularJS, React, any technology. You bring
Yeah,
Python, any
but
bring.
it is
It is a
only
platform. It is a platform where you can build your applications, you can deploy your applications. It is providing a runtime environment for us. See, let us assume that you have a code in Notepad. Can you execute the code, C code in Notepad? Can you tell me
no. So
why?
so,
Yeah,
uh,
please go ahead.
so this B2B works only like on cloud only, right? Not on the on-premise. So whatever the
BTP is in
technology
the
we use,
BTP is
uh,
in cloud only.
okay.
BTP word itself is cloud.
So but if you have to do developments on on-premise, right? Still we
Hmm.
can use the wrap and all also, or
Yeah, you can use it. App is available from greater than or equal to 1909 onwards.
okay.
Any more questions? So now you can ask me, I think someone asked about that. Can I build wrap applications in on-premise? Yes, but what I want to tell you, right? Hence, as I said, ABAP is available in the BTP, that is in the cloud. Hence, we can move from normal ABAP to new one, and we can build side-by-side extensions, and we can build new dimensions of ABAP Restfull application programming model. And we can see that BOPF scenario creating the transaction is getting replaced with wrap. Okay, so RAP, ABAP RESTful Application Programming Model, is a new vibe in the list of ABAP style of programming models. Focused on end-to-end custom business applications using the components like CDS views for the data fetching and manipulations and behavior definitions and behavior implementation, the business layers, and generating OData service and consuming in the Fiori applications internally. Okay, so this all the things okay where wrap is providing. Clear? Anyone have any questions, guys, until now?
What is side by side extension?
Okay, I'll come. There is side by side extensions I will discuss. Any more questions until now, apart from side by side extensions? Okay, so now let us assume that we are building the wrap application. I spoke about what it wrap contains. It contains best concepts, best tools, best frameworks, best languages, best practices to develop the enterprise grade applications by the efficient way. That is called the wrap. Okay, now what it contains inside the wrap? You have a database table, okay, and you are going to use a CDSU to get the data from the database table. Okay, then afterwards you will create a root view, okay, to get the data from the CDSU. Then you can restrict the data using data access control. Okay, and also you add UI annotations to the Fiori app to enhance the Fiori apps. We can do UI annotations, we can add. And we can define the behavior definitions, means whether you want to create the record, whether you want to delete the record, whether you want to update the record, whether you want to do validations, whether you want to do the determinations, verifications, actions, everything will be defining in the behavior definition. And then we will be whatever we have defined, we will be doing implementation in the behavior implementation, and here we will write Abap code. Okay, so if you consider all this, it is giving you a framework to develop your applications. Yes or no? Cutting down everything so that the developer can develop the application in an efficient way. That is called RAP. Any questions, guys? No questions. So now let us develop one small application, okay, and I will explain to you. So if you look at this is Abap programming model on Fiori. That is old approach. We used to create a table. We used to create interface view that reads from this table, means another CDS view that reads from this table which we created. We created a consumption view that reads from this interface view, and we used to write metadata extension files, and we used to do ODATA publish, and we used to get the data. But using the wrap, creating the table is there, whatever is there. Interface view that reads from this table, it's already there. Consumption view read from the interface, it's already there. Metadata extension, which is all older approach, is there. But there are additional steps in the wrap apart from the old approach. We will make the CDS use as business object. We'll create a behavior definition, and we'll implement the behavior definitions, and we'll do projections, service definitions, and service binding. So you are telling in the wrap I have additional steps, and in the old approach I have less steps. So but here it became more complex to me. What advantage I'm getting in the wrap? What you are getting advantage is that why we required extra steps, right? Let us assume that you have built a app, okay, with OData v2 version. Okay, now your client says, hey, now OData v4 has come, so could you please develop using OData v4? So when you do older approach, we have to develop from the scratch. Go back to the SCGW, create new project, everything new. But when you use wrap methodology, not required. With the help of the service definition, you can create a service implementation service definition. Okay, you can easily develop a v4 without going from the scratch. Okay, with the help of service definition, you will create a service binding v4. That's the last step. And now, without any touching anything in the code, okay, so now client says, I don't want a delete button in the Fiori app. So what you will do? You will not go change the code. You will just create another new service definition, and you will remove the comment the delete one, and it will be done. Not required to touch anywhere in the code. Just a configuration step. So you are able to achieve without touching back anything in the changes. So why required additional extra steps is because of this. So that is the advantage of this. So now V6 has come into picture. Let us assume data V6. You don't want to develop from the scratch. You will just create one more behavior service binding, and you will done. That's it. One simple step. Right clicks, done. Then your entire data is exposed in V6. Is it clear, guys? Any questions?
Only the difference between V2 or V4, only one difference or many differences?
There are a lot of differences are there. Every version has its own advantages, right?
Yes, correct.
Yeah.
But
Any more
usually,
questions?
which version we are using right now, V4 or V2?
Both.
Okay.
Yeah. Any more
If it is
questions?
both, then which is the latest one? V4, right?
V4. It's up to, I said both because still a lot of clients still using V2. That is the reason I said V4.
No.
Both. Okay. Yeah. Any more questions? Okay. So let's start developing one application in the BTP wrap applications. Okay. So I'm just, this is the BTP. I just directly going because this is a demo. Okay. I'm just directly going to the developing the application, RAP application in BTP, that is Abap on Cloud. So I'm just going back to the BTP. Okay. So now if you look at this one, this default Abap environment is there, right? Okay. So this is Abap service in BTP. Okay. Here I have one service key which I have downloaded. Okay. Now I have added, you can see this, right click, new Abap Cloud project. Okay. Then whatever I have downloaded that service key, this is a service key which I have downloaded. Okay. I am copying that service key and I'm just pasting it here. Okay. What I want to tell you, right? I am added this instance, this Abap instance in my Eclipse. So this is what I added. Okay. Once I added that instance, that BTP Abap instance, I can start developing my Abap. That is called Abap on Cloud. Any questions? This is a demo. That is the reason I'm just giving overview. But in my training, I'll be going step by step how to achieve this one. Any questions here? Okay. So now I'm going to come back to here. This is what which we are going to develop. Now I'm going to create a database table in the cloud. Okay. So this is the future. So there will be no AC11, nothing, everything, all the developments will be doing in Eclipse only. Okay. So right click on this package, new, other Abap repository, database table. Click next. So this is a demo. That is the reason I'm copying pasting. If not, I will just manually create and everything I will be doing. So I'm going to follow the naming convention. Okay. So Z, this is sales table, sorry, SD, module name and sales header, sales data. Okay. Then click next. I send a transport request if you want and finish button. Okay. So now I'm creating a table. I'm just copying pasting because this is the demo. I'm just copying pasting all the fields. And I'm activating this table. So it is getting activated. Okay. Then come back to a PPT. I have created a table. Now I'm going to create a CDS view that reads the data from this table. Same thing again. See, if you want, you can right click, new, other Abap repository, core data services. In that data definition, click next. ZI underscore, I'm following the naming conventions. SD module name, sales data. Okay, then fetch sales data. Click next. It's in a transport request, not, and here define root view entity. Okay, then click finish button. Now select from the table which I have created. I'm copying the table, you can see. So I'm trying to fetch the data from this database table. Okay, this is the demo. That is the reason I'm copying pasting it. And now control space bar, what are the fields which are there in this table? You can just fetch all the elements. Clear? So it is asking the gross amount because we have to display based on the currency, right? So that is the reason it is asking. So for that, I have to give @semantic thing. Means your amount should be displayed based on the currency code. That is what I'm doing. Okay. Now I'll be adding UI annotations to my Fiori app. Okay. What is that? I'll be adding UI annotations to my Fiori app. That is what which I'm going to do. Okay. These are called the UI annotations. Okay. To enhance the template, okay, which SAP is providing, I'm having the UI annotations to just understand the higher, only don't discuss about the detail what are those. Anyway, that is part of the training. We will explain. I will explain everything. Just copying pasting everything. Okay, so I'm just activating this one. So now I created a CDS view which I have added the annotation. Now what I will create a behavior definition. So to have a behavior definition, you need to right click on this CDS view and create behavior definition, and I'm giving managed. When I say manage, all the creating the record, deleting the record, updating the record will be taken care by the framework itself. There's nothing need to write the code. Okay, so if you look at this one in the behavior definition, you see creating, updating the record, deleting the record, everything will be taken care by the framework itself. There's nothing you required to write the anything code. Clear? Any questions? Just understand the framework only. Don't go into too much depth. Okay. Activate it. So behavior definition I've created. Now I'm not creating any behavior implementation because this is a demo. I just want to close. Okay. So now I'm going to create a service definition. Okay. So let's go. Right click on this one. New service definition. In the service definition, we will put what type of CDS views which we want to expose. We will put it in the service definition. Yes, I want to expose this CDS view. So that is the reason I'm fetching this CDS view in service definition. Activate it. Okay, now I'm going to create a service binding. So go to this service definition which we have created, right click on it, new service binding, and this is what which I'm talking about. Okay, service binding. Okay, if you look at your binding type, right now I'm selecting V2 UI. Okay, now I'm just clicking next and finish button. Okay, then I'm going to activate it. Then I'm going to publish.
You missed metadata extension.
I have put all the thing in this here only, no?
Root entity. Right?
I have written here only in this here. That is it.
Okay.
If not, we can create a separate file, metadata extension, and we can get it. But I have added everything in the CDS views only. Okay?
Root entity. Yeah.
Yes. Yes. It's a demo that I just want to show overall one time. So
Oh.
that is a little bit
Okay.
fast.
Understand.
It is taking time. We have to wait. Okay. In the meantime, let's not waste the time. Okay. So finally, we will get the, of course, I'll show you, it will take time. Let's move to the next slides. Okay. So now, finally, what we are planning to build, we are planning to build a Fiori application, right? So this, it came, correct. So now you can see it has generated a OData. So what we can do, right? We can just right click. We can copy Fiori element app URL. Okay, we can go to the browser. Already I have logged. Okay, I'm just pasting that URL. Okay, so now you can see all the columns are displaying by default because I have given here this line item that says so ID is coming, everything is coming. Now you can see create delete has come because in the behavior definition I have given create and delete. Okay, when I click on create button, okay, so you are able to, the data is coming, this is called object page, it is coming because I have given here identification and I have given the identification reference. Let's not go too much depth, but I'm just, so I'm giving sales order number 1, customer name Amazon, amount. Okay, I'm just clicking on create button. So now you can go back, click go button, see data is here, and now you go here, this is our table, run as Abap application, data is here. Clear? Now coming back, let's go again. I'm going to create a one more service binding. Okay, right click on the service definition, new service binding. V4 I'm giving. Okay, binding type I'm selecting V4. You see, click next and finish button. That's all done. All the features of V4 you will get it without touching my code anything. That is the advantage of using RAP. Is it clear?
Again, we need to publish. Again, we need to publish it.
Yes, that generates a different URL.
Okay. Okay.
So you have a V2 as well as V4, both you can work if you want. I didn't go anywhere down and I didn't develop anything from the scratch.
The difference between a V2, V4 means only
There are a lot of features are there in V2 and V4 difference.
as you explained,
Autopilot.
delete is in V4, delete
No,
is
no,
there.
that is not the functionality of the V6, V4. I told what advantage you will get. You will not go back and do anything by using this RAP methodology. That is not V4 advantage. That is the advantage of RAP. Understood? I didn't say single word about the advantage of V4. I said if you use RAP, you can go to V4 very easily without developing anything from the scratch. Is it clear?
Yes.
Yeah. So now let's
Sir,
come back to.
what about the leading zeros, sir? While entering the data, I need to add the leading zeros. We have alpha in the data element. How can we achieve that?
See, those in-depth things we can discuss. as of now, let's focus on the framework.
Okay,
Okay.
yeah, okay.
Let's not
Yeah.
get into the too much detail. I think we're already running out of the time. That is the reason. Okay. Now what we developed, finally we developed a Fiori application. This is the Fiori application, right? Correct or not? So what is Fiori? SAP Fiori, is it a technology? No. SAP Fiori, it is not a technology. Then what it is? It is a platform? No. Then what it is? It is just a guidelines to the develop the user interface. SAP Fiori, it is just a guidelines to the develop the user interface. You bring any technology, whether Java, .NET, AngularJS, React. Okay, if you follow the guidelines of the Fiori, then it is SAP Fiori application. Okay, so what are those guidelines? Role base, designed for your need and how you work. Until this application is assigned to your user ID, you will not able to access. Responsive. See, what do you mean by responsive, right? Same application I'm planning to display in the mobile device. It should be automatically, it should be responsive. You see? So now I'm going to open in the iPhone 12 Pro. Okay, I'm refreshing this page. Okay, so now I'm just clicking on go button. I'm able to achieve, right, without anything code. Just mute yourself, please. Okay, okay, so without any changing the code, this application I'm able to open an iPhone. Now I will be opening the Samsung Galaxy without anything changing the code. And then now I'm opening in the desktop. So this is called the responsive. Means whatever the application, Fiori application which you're trying to open, it has to support in all the devices. Then it is the guidelines of the Fiori and it is called Fiori application. Okay, simple. Focus on the important. Whenever you are developing the Fiori application, you should focus only on the important fields. You should not put everything whatever you want. Like ME21T code, you have a different tabs, different fields, too much complex, right? To the end user to know what is it. But whenever you are developing the Fiori application, you should be very simple and focus only on important fields. Okay. Coming to coherent, provides one fluid seamless. See, creating the sales order, creating the purchase order, creating the invoice is everything. The screens are different in GUI, right? But whereas Fiori, you should have only same template so that end user will not have confused. So provides one fluid seamless experience. Delightful. The application should be in such a delightful so the end user will have emotional connection to work on it. So if you follow all these guidelines, it is called SAP Fiori application. Is it clear? Any questions? So now let's come to the S4 HANA extensions, in-app extensions. See, creating the table, creating the CDS view, creating the baddies, creating the enhancements, everything will get deprecated. Everything you will be doing using S4 HANA in-app extensions. Okay, so there will be no going SE18 and SE19 creating baddies. You will be doing custom fields, custom business objects, and custom business logic, and you will extend your standard Fiori apps without going any baddies. Nothing, everything will get deprecated slowly. So using the key user tools, everything, the GUI screens will get deprecated. Everything will be in SAP Fiori apps. So in the Fiori apps, you can extend the standard Fiori apps using UI adaptation runtime, custom fields, custom business objects, custom business logic. So there is no baddies, no user exits, no enhancement points, nothing. Everything is S4 HANA in-app extensions. It is a future. We are talking about public cloud and private cloud. Everything, this only will be there in public cloud. Okay, so you will create forms using, you will create KPIs, you will create custom analytic queries, you will create custom series, everything using standard certain Fiori apps are there. We can use those Fiori apps and we can develop. So this is called the S4 HANA in-app extensions. Any questions, guys?
sir, same thing can be extended via AMDPs also, sir. For example, we have AMDP.
AMDP will nowhere there in the cloud.
Okay.
DP will get deprecated.
Okay.
Yeah.
Then
So now
reports also,
coming,
sir, everything will get deprecated, right? Only serious views will be there.
reports will deprecated because RAP will come into picture. No, you will develop all in Fiori applications instead of the reports.
No. See, the core will be serious view, no, sir.
Okay.
For example, I want to add some looping logics, which is not possible in serious views. For
That's
that, I
why
will be going for AMDP, right?
no. That's what we will. Everything we will do in the behavior implementations. Here, we'll create behavior implementations and we'll write pure ABAP code here.
Oh, okay. Here we will be writing the code. Okay, I am thinking that where we will be writing the code.
Yes, in this implementations,
Okay.
ABAP code we'll do it in the class. This. Okay.
Okay. Yeah. Okay.
Yeah. Any more questions?
No, it's good. Okay.
Okay. Now let's come back.
Service definition will write a code as you're showing right now.
No, not in service definition. So implementation, behavior implementations.
Okay.
Here, local
Okay.
types. Here we will be writing the code.
Mm.
Now coming back to the, let's move side-by-side extensions. So what is side-by-side extension is, see, right now I have my SAP BTP. Okay, now I have on-premises system. Now I have developed a custom fields and custom business objects, and I have generated a OData service. And through cloud connector, I'm consuming this in my BTP. Means I developed my UI part in BTP. I developed my backend part in the on-premises system. So this is called side-side extensions. Means it's not only this use case. For example, let us assume you have a third-party API who has developed by third-party system. So that API is, you think that on-premises is that API, third-party system, and your BTP is in the another side. So you have developed the UI in side this side, and they have developed their API this side. This is also called side-by-side extensions. Is it clear now? Understood what is side-by-side extensions? See, you are developing your part and they are developed their part. So both you are consuming in the one which your third-party system you're trying to consume in our system. But development is happening side. That is called side-by-side extensions. Or you developed a OData service and you are sharing your OData service to a third party. That is also side-by-side extensions. Is it clear? Now let's come back to the what are
For
the
one
topics.
client, can they have like the side to side and also both the cloud both?
Yes. Why not? Anything. All now everyone are in cloud, Azure cloud or whatever maybe different cloud people are there, right? And use it.
Okay. So now if they have on premise, right? Now they also have cloud, or how is it? Like they have both, or they will just
Who?
shift from the client, any client.
Which client? They can move to the cloud. That is a project. Okay, you are telling whether the client can have both on premises as well as the cloud. That is your question, huh?
Yeah, and most of the people nowadays they have on premise only, right? They don't have the
Correct. They
cloud.
are moving. They will move to the cloud. No, slowly. One day everyone has to go to the cloud. No, public or private cloud.
Yeah, like all these the big clients, everybody now means like nobody has the cloud and all that, right? Right now, very few.
Not like
Very few.
few. Yes, absolutely, you're right. But the future is cloud.
Mm. Yeah, that's
Okay.
what like they can have both of them, like on premise
No,
and
no,
cloud.
no. What they will do if they have both?
No,
What is
I
the
just I
use
don't
of
know.
them?
I was asking.
No, no. They will have only one. Whether they will have only one. So see,
Like,
we are
can they
talking.
use
I'll tell
this
you. I'll tell
on-premise
you. One
for
second.
most of the
One second.
application and start moving like some small application to cloud, something like that, or how is
See,
it? Because I don't know any of the B2P and all that. That's what. Like, if a big client is there, so they will have all like on-premise, right? Right now,
I
all
one
they will.
second. One second. One second. I will take your question. Okay, I'll explain. Let me complete what I wanted, and then I'll come to your question and I'll explain everything to you. Okay, so let me focus on this PDF which I'm trying to open. Yeah. So these are the list of the topics which I'll be covering. First, I'll be starting with SAP evaluations, introduction to RAP, Abap CDS views, syntaxes, basic expressions, operations, built-in functions, associations, joins, then cardinalities, then CDS views value helps, case statements, then what is virtual data model we'll be discussing. Then we'll be going and developing the list report object page Fiori app, analytical list page Fiori app, okay, overview page Fiori app using Abap serious views with UI annotations, then deploying it to the on-premises system. Okay, we'll develop applications in the business application studio in the BAS in BTP, and we'll deploy to on-premises system, and we'll be displaying as a tile in the Fiori launchpad, and we'll do catalog styles, groups, spaces, pages, everything we are going to implement. And activation of the standard Fiori apps, extension of the standard Fiori apps, S4 HANA in-app and side-by-side extensions. Then we'll come back to the BTP on-premises and on-premises system. We'll go get into the BTP and we'll enable the services. We'll develop the RAP applications. Okay, that is managed, unmanaged, CRUD operations, lock mechanism, draft handling, service definition, service bindings. Then also uploading attachments in RAP, how to consume external third-party API in the RAP using side-by-side extensions. Okay, so implement managed, unmanaged, parent and child. Okay, then we'll deploy our RAP application in the BTP, and we are going to use SAP Build Work Zone service. Okay, and also I forgot to add, we will do S4 HANA in-app and side-by-side extensions also. That is the UI flexibility, custom fields, custom business object, custom logic. This is all the latest ones, in-app extensions. Okay, then we'll go to SAP Fiori, then RAP on BTP, as well as we are going to use SAP Cloud Transport Management Service, SAP Continuous Integration Service in BTP, and we'll integrate our Business Application Studio to the GitHub, and we will do push our code. Everything we'll be doing. Clear? Any questions?
When we development again, how you move to quality, all this, and how it will be the transport request, it will be assigned to here the package, all things.
Yes, I will explain everything.
So totally, how many hours? Like
40 hours. 40 hours. Yeah.
What
So
about
I
the
will. Yeah,
uh,
let me complete. I'll explain everything. Every day the training will be 1.5 hours. What are the programs which I've explained during my training? I'll be uploading in the. I'll provide the download access where you can download. What are the PPTs, study materials, interview question answers, resume template, everything you can download. Every day, once a class is over, I'll be uploading the recording video. The recording video will be there view access for 1 year. Okay. For every Friday, I'll be giving exercises based on the topic which I covered on that week. Once again, I'm repeating. Once the class is over, I'll be uploading interview question answers, study materials, resume template. And I'm currently working, whatever I'm working, those only I put in this training. Okay. And now, please go ahead. Any questions?
Yeah,
about
Bobby, I have a small question.
Mhm.
Before moving on to this course, okay, what is the standard thing like you require from a candidate? Like, what is the
You should
knowledge
know,
you should have?
you should know basic ABAP knowledge, but still those who don't know ABAP knowledge also, those who are taking in this training. Okay, I'm
Mm-hmm.
providing free ABAP, Oops ABAP, and little bit advanced ABAP recording videos free who join this course, so that they can go parallelly and they can start learning ABAP.
Okay. So if there
I'm
are
not
okay, if
covering
there are
everything in Abap because that is another ocean. But whatever the training, recording videos which I'm providing related to the Abap will be a good. They can easily learn rap. This is
okay.
advanced level.
So learning those things will be enough for then what are you teaching again?
Correct.
I'll be
Yes.
able to understand. Okay.
Yes. Yes.
Okay. Thanks.
Yeah. 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 Any more
About
questions?
system access, system access.
System access, there is an external vendor is there who is providing S4 HANA 2023 on-premises system. I will give you his details. You can contact him directly.
So on camps, we don't have we don't have any sessions or anything we'll have on that
Sorry,
also.
on what is it on?
Like the camps also is there, right?
What is
Like
CAM?
replacement of that the wrap. There is other one, right? The
CAP. That is called
CAPM.
CAP.
Yeah, yeah, yeah.
That is
Cap.
another training. This is no. That is another training which I'm giving, not in this training.
Oh, okay, okay.
There are three trainings, few trainings I'm giving. One of the training is
So
RAP,
only
which
like
I'm
the
giving.
services which will be uploaded to the B2P, that is the only sessions will be there, or anything on the B2P level?
In the BTP, we are going to use ABAP service in BTP, where we develop ABAP on cloud, ABAP applications. We are going to use business applications to do service to develop Fiori applications in BTP. We are going to use a cloud transport
Um,
management service
so
to
mostly it's like
transport.
on creating all the services for the B2B. That's it, right? On B2P level, we don't.
Prashant, let me
We don't.
complete now.
Okay, okay.
Please complete. Let me complete. Okay. So we are going to use SAP Cloud Transport Management Service to move our Fiori application from one sub account to another sub account. So we are going to integrate our business applications to the GitHub to push the code to GitHub. And from the GitHub to come back to the different sub accounts in BTP, we are going to use CI/CD service in BTP. Okay. And we are going to use SAP Build Work Zone service to display as a tile in the Fiori Launchpad. So these are the things which we are going to use in BTP. So BTP is the
Are you
ocean.
uh, are you going to cover Launchpad configuration also?
Yes, yes.
But why don't you provide a server access for it, even at least 1 month?
What I'm planning to say, right? SAP Build Work Zone is one of the services in BTP. We are going to use a service to display as a tile in the Fiori Launchpad, as well as we are going to do an on-premises system also. That is a server, on-premises server. Both we are going to do BTP as well as on-premises. Okay. Yeah. Any more questions?
So
Uh,
roughly, like how many hours we are going to
40 hours, I
consume,
said.
like on each topic?
Each topic is depends upon how it goes. Okay.
Like
So
for
overall,
example, unmanaged
oh,
wrap unmanaged. Roughly,
mhm.
how many hours we are going to spend on that?
See, mostly managed and unmanaged only we will spend most of the time. Okay. All our developments will be done on this managed and unmanaged only. Okay.
sir, what will be the session time in a day?
1.5 hour.
At what
Timings,
time, sir?
time.
Sorry. Time I will tell. I will inform time offline. I will inform. Just give me
Uh,
some time. I will inform.
I mean, in evening or morning?
Morning only.
Okay. Yeah.
Yeah. Any more questions?
So wrap will be as I mean in parallel it is going to be, or like at the end of the
Rap is
at the end it
starting.
is going. Yeah.
No. Rap only will start. No.
Okay. I mean we will build applications using wrap
Rap
from the
only.
starting
Yes.
itself.
Yes. Yes. Absolutely. This training is completely to rap. A little bit Abap programming model and Fiori also I'll touch, but very less. Any more questions?
So server we need to get from outside, right? So I meant to say,
I will give, even I am also getting from outside and I'll give you contact details.
but
Same sir.
yeah. So at least 1 month you could have provide us. It would be better, right? So then later
Same
on,
only.
and
Same only. Same server guy. Good. Okay. Yeah. Any more questions? Okay. Yeah, Prashant, please go ahead. What is your question?
No, nothing. I had that right now everybody is using on-premise, right?
Mhm.
So they can have all these the B2B also, like as a parallel, or how is it like they
Okay. See, I'll tell
completely
you.
replace,
See,
or how is it?
understood. I'll tell you. I'll still stop recording because it will be too much. Okay. But apart from that, nothing, right? So now I'm just stop recording.